there are really a couple of ways to play Necros, and not just the usual camp and AFK style like this. Well, Necros is really an asset in long survival runs, and this is his usual role, but this is not the only way to play him. There are a couple of fun builds that you can use for this amazing Warframe, and one of them allows you to be a real Necromancer in the game. If you like a gameplay where you can take advantage of your undead legion, and help your team as well, then lend me your eyes and ears for a couple of minutes, as I share to you one awesome all-rounder build for Necros. There are a couple of mod setup that I have tried on my Necros, but this is my go-to build right now. By the way, this is not really a 7-former build. It reaches that high because I'm too lazy to farm yet another Necros, and I don't want to spend some platinum for the prime version. 2 to 3 former would do for this build. Now I have tried a madman build for this Necros at first, which uses all his augment, but the thing is, that build hurts my survivability and it really doesn't fit well with my playstyle. Range and power strength are really hard to balance with that build, especially the creeping terrify augment in the mix. Also, the soul survivor augment may be good, but I don't like it as it doesn't grant invulnerability to your allies during the stand-up animation. I ended up selling that augment for 8 platinum, so, right after a couple of test runs, this is the build I have, to be a real Necromancer. It would have been dope if I had the 4 augments on, but it really doesn't fit well together. This is the most optimal build for my playstyle and I really love it, especially in Kuvo Endless Mission. I did leave Despoil and Shield of Shadows in this build because these are really great augments for Necros. I really can't go on any mission without my Despoil, as it just makes the Desecrate ability super efficient. And also, Shield of Shadows is pretty awesome as it gives my Necros some tankiness. This augment does give your Necros 90% damage reduction, and on top of that, your Necros is immune to any knockdown effect. Now, you may think that Despoil is a pretty silly move with this build, as I have Blind Rage on, which brings my health lost per enemy kill to 12.5, but it's not really a problem in my case. I do have Equilibrium in the mix to help me out negate that health drain per enemy kill. Plus, did you know that Despoil paired with health conversion have a secret synergy with Shield of Shadows? While the damage reduction from Shield of Shadows is capped at 90%, you can further push this damage reduction by including Despoil and health conversion in the build. This would give Necros a rather consistent 1415 armor, which gives 82.51% damage reduction. When taking both reductions into account, this brings Necros to a total of about 98.25% damage reduction. That's how insane the Shield of Shadows augment is with this build, and I definitely suggest that you try it. Just remember that you need at least 214% power strength to get that 90% damage reduction cap. I tell you now, this build is pretty great and really fun to use. However, there are a couple of things that you may find a little annoying with this build. One is keeping that 90% damage reduction. The link range of Shield of Shadows is somehow affected by ability range, and as you have seen earlier, I don't have any range mods on my build. My link range for Shield of Shadows is just 50 meters, but I guess that's pretty sufficient. Anyway, you can recast your 4th ability most of the time with the help of Desecrate and the Equilibrium mod I equipped. Another thing is, the Desecrate range with my build is around 25 meters, which some players don't like, as they tend to like Desecrate to cover a lot of ground, especially when you are playing with a team. It may be a bad thing for some, but it's a good thing for me, as 25 meters is pretty sufficient for my Desecrate to limit the health drain per enemy kill. I really don't have a problem giving my team loot with Desecrate using this build, and it's really important for me that I can manage my health as a Necros so I won't end up killing myself with my own ability. Now, if this setup is not enough for you, then you can use health restoring mods like Life Strike on your melee weapon, or you can also use Magus Elevate or Magus Nourish on your Warframe. Overall, this is a pretty great build and I definitely suggest that you try it for yourself. I really love the idea of an all-rounder build right now, wherein you just select a Warframe and just go straight on the mission. It's also a pretty fun build for Necros if you don't mind babysitting your undead legion. Usually, I run this build in Kuvo Endless Mission, and also, you can use this for solo runs. It's really a great versatile build for Necros, and it's one of those builds that you will definitely have tons of fun playing your space Necromancer. So that's it. Hope that you find this video informative. Before leaving, please do me a favor and hit that like button if you enjoy watching this video. If you want to be part of the grind team, you can simply click that big subscribe button below. Just remember to turn on the notification to receive daily Warframe updates from this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.